Hello Sagittarius. I'm going to do a love reading today for your star sign. This is going to be a general reading, so please use your discernment and take what resonates, leave what does not. This is going to be a timeless reading for the next 2 weeks from whenever you view this video. So, what does Sagittarius's love life look like in the next 2 weeks? Oh my goodness. In the next 2 weeks. What does Sagittarius's love life look like in the next 2 weeks? I feel like there's been some sort of end to something that had a lot of passion. What does Sagittarius's love life look like in the next 2 weeks? The King of Wands. What does Sagittarius's love life look like in the next 2 weeks? The Queen of Pentacles. What does Sagittarius's love life look like in the next 2 weeks? Oh my goodness. You got the Queen and King of Pentacles, divine union, the Two of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like there's been some sort of heartbreak, okay, because you've got the Three of Swords here. Three of Swords is heartbreak or some kind of hurt. There's some kind of blockage. You've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands is usually to do with something new and passionate, but there's a block. Nearly, this is my last video, okay? Okay. I know, I've been up here all day. I'm going to be out in this is my last one, okay?
Yeah, and Ben's still here.
Okay, shut the door and let me finish, because the sooner you let me get on. Apologies about my child interrupting. Okay, usually the Ace of Wands in an upright position is to do with new, passionate, creative ideas. It looks like there's some kind of blockage. A blockage which might be to do with some kind of decision, because you also have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Or some kind of trying to balance things that are currently going on in your life. Like you're juggling too much at the moment. You're juggling too much. It might be that somebody has come forward with a lot of passion and a lot of energy that wants to offer you something, but you just feel like you've got too much going on in your life currently. So the King of Wands is a leader. Boss energy, someone very determined. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that you are quite an independent individual. I feel like maybe you're not quite ready for whatever is coming. Maybe you've got like, you feel like you're not ready. You've got the Queen and King of Pentacles, which is a divine union. The Queen and King of Pentacles is a stable relationship, nurturing, caring, loving, a mother and father, business-like energy, stable, like a stable couple. So let's get some cards to clarify this. Okay, so clarify the Three of Swords for Sagittarius, please. Clarify the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is clarified by judgment. Judgment. The Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Okay. So it's almost like there is some kind of new beginning. Something physically manifesting, but currently it's on hold. And judgment is like seeing things differently. Like a rebirth type thing, a reawakening, like an awakening. You're having an awakening to something, but currently it's on hold, and maybe that's what's hurting you. Like I said, there is definitely a blockage with this Ace of Wands in reverse. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Temperance. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Because you need to find balance and walk away from something first, maybe? Or leave the past in the past. To find balance to move forward with this connection. But there's some self-doubt and confusion here. Too much going on. Too many options. Too many ideas. Too many emotions. Queen of Cups. Okay. Tell me about the King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here for Sagittarius, please? King of Wands for Sagittarius. The Five of Wands. Okay. There's been some conflict between you and this King of Wands. This could be... Oh, okay. So this King of Wands could be a past relationship, and the King of Pentacles could be the new relationship that is coming or is blossoming or is to come. The Hierophant. It feels like there was some kind of commitment with this King of Wands, but there's been some major conflict. And this seems like this is what's blocking you, potentially. Or trying to balance something between this person and your new person of interest. Tell me about the Nine. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Dexter, I'm nearly done. The Empress in reverse. There's definitely some sort of block. The Empress upright is divine feminine energy. She's a creator, creation. It can be to do with pregnancy. I'm not really sure why she's coming out in reverse in relation to the Nine of Pentacles, to be honest. The Nine of Pentacles is independence. Maybe you don't want to be independent, though. You don't want to have to rely on yourself. It's a lot of work. A lot of energy is going into you being independent and not having someone there to support you and help you out with things. And you're feeling very exhausted with it all. Tell me about the Queen and King of Pentacles, please, because this is a divine union. This is like soulmates. Queen and King of Pentacles. Tell me about the Queen and King of Pentacles, please. Five of Cups. You're focusing too much on what's gone and not what you've got in front of you. It's almost like there's elements of the past that you can't let go of, in a sense. it may be that you've got children or a family with this King of Wands, and there is conflict surrounding that relationship. There are elements of it that you can't leave in the past, but it also kind of looks like you're still grieving over that, and almost like you're not willing to sort of like look at what you've still got and what's in front of you and what's to come. The Tower. There is going to be a major shift though. Well, there might have already been a major shift, and it may be to do with this energy up here and a breakup maybe in the past relationship. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles on her own then, please. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. If you can see as well, okay, I am going to point this out. So the way that these are positioned, they're kind of looking away from each other. They've got their backs to each other. So like this might be someone that you've not met yet, or you have met yet, but you've got your back to them. This person, this King of Pentacles, wants to bring you an offer, and you're not even looking in his direction because you're too focused on trying to create some kind of harmony between yourself and this King of Wands, and where you've got this conflict. Yeah, it's almost like you've got your back to this like King of Pentacles, which is your divine union. This is the person that you're meant to be with. Because you're too busy trying to sort out this conflict with this other person. You're too busy focused on the past. And like trying to balance how you move forward with this new person when you've got this old person to contend with. There's some sort of tie, because with the Hierophant here, I feel like, yeah, there's some sort of tie to this past person. Maybe you've got children with them and you're having to co-parent. But that is someone new, more suitable in your life, either currently in your life or about to come into your life, and you're struggling to find a balance between the two relationships. So tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you just want a relationship where that is generous and equal give and take, which this relationship will be. This relationship will be. But what we want is for the Queen of Pentacles to actually come after the King of Pentacles, so that you're looking at each other and not have your backs to each other, which is what's currently happening. Currently you've got your backs to one another, but you are a divine union. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Almost, oh, okay, so like there might be some sort of like deception or hidden, or you may feel like there's some sort of hidden agenda with this King of Pentacles, but I don't feel like there is. And there's some inner conflict. The King of Pentacles has some inner conflict. Oh, I think this is how they're feeling about you. So the King of Pentacles feels like you're not being honest with him. There's some kind of conflict or inner conflict within himself, because he feels like you're not being honest with him. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. This King of Pentacles wants to offer you love and divine union. This is like, this is a relationship that's meant to be. But it's like you've got to work on whatever this situation is with this King of Wands, who could be a Leo or another fire sign. But King of Wands is usually, I think, like more related to Leo, hence the lion in the background. But like it could be related to any fire sign, or they may have like fire placements in their chart, Leo placements. This King of Wands is creating some kind of conflict, is potentially could be very jealous, and is creating this blockage between you and this person that you're supposed to be with. Okay. So tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Came out with the Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah, so it's the Queen of Pentacles is trying to kind of like balance things within their life, within your life. So you are the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, and this can be male or female. It doesn't have to necessarily be a female Queen of Pentacles, but you are the one trying to find this balance to be able to move forward and to step into this divine union, so that you can go from having your backs to each other to looking at each other longingly in the eyes. Is what I feel like. So yeah, I feel like you need to like not worry about this other person. I mean, I know it's hard, and especially if you've got children with this person and you're having to co-parent, and there are issues with this energy. But the King of Pentacles is usually someone who is really stable. They could be a business owner, they could be quite abundant and be financially stable, and they're looking at you in the same way. It's just that currently you've got your backs to each other, because you're trying to find this balance between how you do this when you have got this other person who is maybe very jealous, very almost like controlling kind of energy. So yeah, something to think about and something to work on if this resonates, definitely, is like letting go and maybe creating boundaries with this other person, because you deserve to be happy. If you and this King of Wands were not meant to be together, then you have to create boundaries with this person and not worry about whatever their issue is, because this person is who you're supposed to be with, okay? This is the person that's going to bring you stability. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope that it resonated, and if it did, I would really appreciate it if you leave me a comment below to let me know. I'm just starting out on my tarot journey, so it would be really helpful to know if this resonated with anybody, even if it is just one person. And yeah, I'm going to leave it here because I have been doing videos all day and my little boy is missing me and I'm missing him, and I'm feeling quite exhausted actually now. So that might be how you're feeling with your situation. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this reading here. If you got this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.